everybody has more confidence in their work. So it greatly reduces the footprint for potential error. Diffy is doing so much of that work for us, and I can focus more on more strategic, higher level planning. It has had multiplier effect. We can focus on the things that matter, where humans can do a better job of impacting and letting machines worry about the stuff that can be automated. My name is Alfonso Gomez Arzola. I'm a software architect for Chromatic. We are a fully distributed team, and we focus on building and remediating Drupal platforms for organizations that need to manage large amounts of data. So sometimes that looks like building something from scratch. Other times it's remediating an older system and updating it to modern Drupal. And very often it means migrating content from older systems into modern Drupal. Before we started using Diffy, we made somewhat partial use of another product that is also for visual regression testing. I say partial use because we used it in a very limited number of projects. The reason for that is cost. Most visual regression testing services are pretty expensive, and so it is difficult to justify their worth to clients. Even when the reasons for using visual regression testing may be obvious to technical folks and also creative problem solvers, oftentimes the business case is very difficult to build. That said, it was a mix of sometimes using this other system and most of the time doing a lot of manual QA during code review. Right now, we're using visual regression testing via Diffy on every PR on various projects, and we continue to onboard new projects into our account little by little. The way we use it specifically is every single pull request on any Chromatic project always gets a staging environment using Tugboat. And so that allows everybody on the team, including the client, to review the work that is being introduced in a pull request in their browser, right, in a dedicated environment. And so we're leveraging that environment to run visual regression testing via Diffy, and it's all automated. We simply kick off a new Diffy snapshot that compares that environment with production, and we configure Diffy to check any number of different pages that we really care about, that we think can be easily impacted by our work. And then we have Diffy report back in the PR with all good, nothing changed, or hey, there are changes here for review. In particular, the first project that we set up Diffy for is a multi-site project that powers 20 different websites. So its value has been very difficult to quantify because it is very, very large. And so one of the things that we managed to do very early on, and I want to thank you for helping us set this up, is that for each site, we get a different check in Diffy. And so a single pull request might impact 20 different sites. And so oftentimes we'll see that 15 of those sites all come back from Diffy as A-OK, and 5 of them have some sort of diff. And that allows our team to know exactly where to go looking to make sure that the changes we're seeing are expected, and if they're unexpected, that we can address them before the pull request is merged. It has impacted everyone's job at our team. Everybody has more confidence in their work. So that has a profound effect in everyone's day-to-day job. In the case of my team, they feel a lot more confident that they don't need to spend a great deal of time double and triple checking their work in the browser, especially on that project with 20 plus sites. That becomes a very arduous task to check your work across multiple sites. They don't have to worry about that anymore because now Diffy takes care of that for them, and they can focus on the areas where the changes might be invisible to a snapshot sort of tool. So it greatly reduces the footprint for potential error. In my case, as a tech lead, it has also impacted my work because I don't have to worry so much about the stress that my team is going through trying to check and double check and triple check every iteration of a given component, for example. And I know I can be a lot more hands-off. I don't need to focus so much on tactical matters to help my team to take some of their QA load off. I don't have to contribute to that so much because Diffy is doing so much of that work for us, and I can focus more on more strategic, higher level planning of future sprints and planning of future features, selling the client on new features that we think would impact their business. So it has had a sort of multiplier effect. We can focus on the things that matter, where humans can do a better job of impacting and letting machines worry about the stuff that can be automated.